New class changes 24th of June. Hey guys, Petko here. Welcome from Season 2 of patch 12.1 PTR. After I woke up, I saw Blizzard has pushed a quite significant amount of changes. So let's talk about them, analyze them, and see how that's going to change the spec that you're playing. One quick heads up before we continue. They changed the Earthen Race, as you can see here a little bit. They nerfed the experience that you gain from the new zones by a 60%. And they significantly reduces the experience you get from discovering low-level zones, which will nerf the leveling through exploring by quite a lot. However, they buff the effectiveness of well-fed by extra 30%. That's it. So that's a good buff, I guess. Starting with Frost Decay. Okay, so the major step that they've taken into Frost Decay is actually only one, that they're trying to reduce the amount of damage you do during cooldowns and give you more baseline damage, so your damage wouldn't be tank damage outside of cities. So as you can see, Pillar Frost got nerfed by a quite significant margin, as well as Bretus and Tragoso got nerfed, Frostbane, Frostborn Fury as well. All of this is your cooldowns. I guess Frostbane not really cooldown, but you know, the rest 3 are. They nerf Obliterate by 25, which hits your single target. However, if you look at the buffs they done here, Frost Strike, Frost Sight, Remorse Winter, Frost Fever, Icy Death Torrent, Glacial Advance, you know, all of these got buffed by quite a few percentages, even some of them by 100, right? So, question would be, are all of those changes going to become as net neutral when it comes down to using your cooldowns, or would that be a rather nerf? So, sims at this moment are unavailable. We don't know whether this will be all the way nerf for Frost Decay or a buff, but there's one thing that I know for sure is that your sustained damage outside of cities will be significantly better. This might offset the amount of nerfs you are getting during cooldowns, so it might become net neutral, but I cannot guarantee you yet. Once I do, I'll let you know. Deathbringer and Rider the Apocalypse tuning. Rider the Apocalypse White Mane got nerfed for Frost Decay, and as you can see, Deathbringer is also getting adjusted. Most of them is on nerfs. Wither Away got nerfed. Reaper's Mark also got nerfed. Exterminate also got nerfed, and Death the Blow got changed for better for you. So you're gonna do slightly more damage with that. It doesn't say whether that's gonna be also for you know, every single spec. Is that gonna be for Blood Decay as well? But since it's under Frost directory, I would assume this is only for Frost. Moving forward to Unholy DK, as I already told you guys, I'm quite happy with how Unholy is playing on PTR, specifically the TF set. The changes here that they've done to them are not so many. As you can see, just less dot extension from your Blight Burst, right? And in the Putrefy, so that's whatever. I mean, it's fine, doesn't matter. Running Power Spenders extend duration by plagues for 1 second. Once again, all of this makes no difference. You're never gonna run out of diseases on the targets, right? Because everything extends it. That's fine. And it's gonna be easier for you to switch Dread Plague now to prior targets, especially when your prior target dies and so you wanna swap around somebody else. That's gonna make it better quality of life update. So overall, nothing else has been changed from Unholy. Moving forward to Havoc. Trails of Ruins has been updated. Damage is now applied immediately rather than as a damage over time for 4 seconds. That will give you a nice instantaneous damage burst during this phase, which I'm quite happy about. So that's fine. Serrated Glaives also got updated. Effect is now a buff on Demon Hunter with a 12-second duration rather than a debuff on enemy targets with 15 seconds duration. So this itself is a major quality of life change. This reminds me something of, if you remember the Unholy DK site, where you have to apply to mobs to get more, to get faster dots or like more damage, pretty much. So this is something similar, which I think is gonna improve the quality of life for the Havoc Demon Hunters. So that's fine. Blind Fury is gonna generate less fury now compared to before. Inner Demon has moved in, is now a choice node option with Chaos Theory, was the choice node with Chaotic Transformation. And that's everything so far of Havoc. Not a lot, but at least something. Vengeance DH, Sigil of Chains is now learned at level 35 and is no longer a talent. So previously people didn't really play Sigil of Chains, so I'm happy to see that being brought back as a baseline talent on level 35. Thumbs up. Roaring Fire has now moved to Sigil of Chains old location, was a choice node with Sigil of Silence. Okay. And Sigil of Silence and Feed the Demon now have swap positions in a Talon tree. Okay. That's all Vengeance. Guardian Druid. Apex Talon's Wild Guardian has been updated. Finally. Bonus Rage moved from rank 2 to rank 3. Aha. Base chance adjusted to 10%. Spirit rate gen is now increased to 8. And rank 3 grants 1 guaranteed spirit and increased trash and mango damage while spirit is active. So why are they doing this? If you guys haven't noticed, Guardian Druids for a long time in S1 had a build where they didn't fully optimize the Apex Talons. Some of them didn't run them at all, or others just ran them partially. So buffing the rank 3 value will just pretty much guarantee you that you have to play them. You have to play pretty much Talons. That's what they want you to do. They want you to enforce those Talons to be played at all times. I think the only other spec that wasn't really playing Apex Talons, at least most of them, were, I think it was Enhanced Shaman. For the most part, they had a build where they didn't play them. So I'm happy that they brought this back. Evoker, just honestly off healing increased, and that's pretty much everything for Evoker. As you can see, for augmentation specifically, the 5-8 is the cheated, I believe, on Evoker. More healing and Molten Blood, more healing, that's it. There's nothing else in terms of power, so I'll take it. Same thing happening for Monk here. Nothing really on behalf of the power, just more off healing. Expel Harm to heal more on Windwalker, and Silent Sanctuary in general as a monk, whether you play Brew, Mistweaver, or Windwalker, will be increased by 25. That's it, nothing else. Paladin. Okay, so there's a lot of things for Paladin. First of all, protection, Hammer of Light, Divine Resonance, Sacrosanct Crusade, Bulwark of Order, Blessed Word, Imperial Ward, Strength, whatever, can now be tracked with the City Manager. That's everything for Paladin. Makes it easier for you to navigate through CDM. Other than that, no changes. Retribution. Radiance of the Consecrated Flame 4-set bonus has been updated. Consuming Divine Purpose with Divine Storm causes your next 2 Templar Verdicts to unleash Divine Arbiter at a target, dealing holy damage and holy damage to enemies within 8 yards. So, I said it before multiple times that this 4-piece on Retribution Paladin is absolutely goated for Mythic Plus, and the reason why that is because it provides a nice priority target damage while simultaneously doing AoE while being out of cooldowns, because right now Red has very strong priority damage during cooldowns, during the minute cooldown, and once you're out of it, it's not good. So this itself is gonna definitely help big time. So I'm a big fan of Red Paladin 4-set. Shaman. Nothing significant here for Shaman, at least for Elemental. Reactive Warding is gonna get more healing for every single spec, that's fine. Stormkeeper has been updated to no longer causes Lightning Bolt to generate an additional Elemental Overload or effects are unchanged. So this is pretty much a wording to avoid confusion, because we were confused early on whether they want to rework fully Stormkeeper. As you can see, they're only planning to change the extra overloads from Lightning Bolt only. That's it. Which is fine. It's only going to impact your SD. Other than that, nothing else is going to get changed. Now, Enhanced Shaman gets the most amount of changes compared to every single spec. We're happy with the Enhanced Shaman gameplay going into the Curse of the Ulatek. Our goal with these changes is to preserve that gameplay while improving performance outside of cooldown windows where damage can feel weak. Strong interactions between Wind Fury procs and Maelstrom weapons generate were making it difficult for the downtime between cooldowns to breathe. So pretty much TLDR, they're happy with how the Enhanced plays out, but they are not happy with the amount of damage you do outside of major cooldowns, which I completely agree. Melee damage increase, Stardom Strike, Lava Lash buff by 20%, Chain Lightning, Lightning Bolt by 20%, and Doom Winds increases the chance of Wind Fury weapon to activate by 50%, was 100. So nerfing of Doom Winds is gonna be most definitely impactful. However, the buffs here might offset the RNG playstyle. Who knows? They also nerfing Stormbringer. So main target is gonna take less damage by 10%, and any secondary targets that get hits by Tempest by 30. That is a significant nerf to Stormbringer Enhance. Totemic Enhance also got hit, as you can see. Surging Totem got hit by 15%, and the Bolt from Surging Totem by 10%. So overall, they are taking away the power from your hero talents and giving you more baseline power. Is that considered a buff? I don't know. Because if you combine the hero talents nerf plus Doom Winds nerf, is that gonna offset the buffs that they give you, something is telling me no. But then again, seems not out yet. Too early to say. We still have 2 months until the expansion comes out, or sorry, the season comes out, or maybe 7 weeks, whatever. So that's about it. Warlock, nothing significant here for Warlock, as you can see. Just increase of your drain life health, which is fine, only for leveling. And 7 resilience to heal more, whatever. And Iron's Warrior, ignore pain absorb, increase by 25. I think Iron's Warrior plays fueled by pain, that you get more healing with your bleeds, I think. I don't think you play ignore pain ever. At least I haven't seen an Iron's playing ignore pain, maybe some niche situations. But other than that, that's pretty much everything. Alright guys, well, that's a wrap for the video. I will be starting to test all of these things on Mythic Plus as soon as Mythic Plus is available. As you can see, currently I am on PTR. I am prepping, gearing characters, doing talents, you know, checking out stuff, tier sets, whatever. But there is no vendor here for dungeon testing because I don't know why. Raid testing is going to be tomorrow, but there's nothing confirmed so far for M+ testing, which is quite a disappointment. But other than that, I will let you guys know if in case anything changes in the PTR. You guys already know I test a boatload of changes. So yeah, take it easy. Thanks for watching, and make sure to follow. I'll see you guys next time. Bye for now.